welcome to the property news on Magic Bricks Now, India's first property channel. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's take a look at the top headlines at this hour. More trouble for Kamala Landmark. Home buyers meet Mumbai Police Commissioner. Police Chief promises crack team to investigate all cases against builder. Don't discourage FIRs against cheating erroneous developers after Mumbai. That is the plea coming from Ghaziabad. Home buyers in the city ask Uttar Pradesh DGP to instruct police to register FIRs against errant builders. And trouble mounts for Karnataka state government as family members of Deputy SP Ganapathy allege they are being misquoted so that government can get a clean chit. Deputy SP Ganapathy had allegedly named prominent Karnataka Minister KJ George in his suicide note. Also in the news, Mumbai civic body, the BMC, all set to blow the cover over mega building permit scam that could run into over 50,000 crore rupee. Magic Bricks Now gets you exclusive details. Kickstarting the property news with our ongoing campaign against errant developers. Big win for Kamala Landmark home buyers. On Tuesday, buyers from various Kamala Landmark projects met Mumbai Police Commissioner D.D. Patsalgikar. The commissioner reportedly assured quick action against the developer and has also promised a crack team to investigate all cases against the builder. My colleague Disha Shah, who tracks this case very closely, got us this report.
Close to 10 to 12 Kamala Landmark home buyers met the Mumbai Commissioner of Police on Tuesday, requesting him to take speedy and quick action against the 3 FIRs that home buyers have registered against the Kamala Landmark developers. In fact, Magic Bricks Now has been reporting about multiple FIRs that home buyers have filed against the developer, alleging cheating and breach of trust over the past 1 month. In fact, when I spoke to a couple of home buyers who met the Commissioner of Mumbai Police, they told Magic Bricks Now that the Commissioner has promised 2 things. Number 1, speedy and quick action and investigation against all the 3 FIRs. Secondly, Commissioner of Police also has promised quick action and investigation. In fact, he also told home buyers that a separate team under EOW will be set up who will particularly look into this matter and case. In fact, home buyers also told Magic Bricks Now that they are quite satisfied with the kind of response that they have got from the Commissioner of Mumbai Police, and they are hopeful that the police will take some sort of action. Talking about the future course, home buyers told Magic Bricks Now that going forward they are going to file multiple FIRs against the developer. So we will keep a very close eye on this particular case here at Magic Bricks Now. This is Disha Shah for Magic Bricks Now.
Now, Disha also caught up with some of the home buyers present at the meeting. Listen in.
He has promised quick action and a follow-up is required after 15 days. The Commissioner EOW was also present, so they are working on certain modalities and do not want to say something as it would be premature.
First of all, I would like to thank Magic Bricks for the efforts they have made during the past weeks in ensuring that we get some justice. Towards this end, the Commissioner had called us today and we were happy and thankful to the Commissioner for giving us a patient hearing. At this hearing, the Joint Commissioner of EOW was also present. We thank him also for his support in carrying out investigation. We were told that the investigations into the case has started, but the pace at which the investigations are going on, we are not very happy. Commissioner mentioned to us that we are the citizens of Mumbai and he will ensure that our interests are safeguarded.
And I am very much satisfied the way Commissioner has taken up the issue. I am satisfied that he cannot run away with the people's hard-earned money. And he has been appointing a new team who will take care of the entire case.
Keeping with project delays now in Ghaziabad, angry home buyers here are demanding that police register FIRs against errant developers. Now, the buyers have written to Uttar Pradesh's Director General of Police and demanded that the IG take a leaf out of the Maharashtra IG's book and issue a letter to all police stations. My colleague Deepa Rana gets us this report.
a home buyers association in Ghaziabad has written to the IG Meerut demanding that criminal cases must be registered against errant builders, and also the local police must cooperate with the home buyers. Now we all know that in the NCR region and in the Ghaziabad region, it is a regular feature that lots of possessions are being delayed, and the home buyers are left with no option but to protest, since the local police refuses to cooperate with the home buyers. Criminal cases of any sort are not being registered against errant builders, which leaves the home buyers with no option but to either file a litigation in the courts or to protest against various errant builders. And this time these home buyer associations have gathered together and have written to the IG. Now earlier we reported that in Maharashtra it was the Maharashtra Special IG who had issued a circular to various police stations against the errant builders, and action must be taken against these errant builders in Maharashtra. It is yet to be seen on how the Ghaziabad IG is going to respond to these kind of complaints. We also spoke to the Ghaziabad IG, and he informed us that right now the police is looking after the nature of complaints which the home buyers have against various builders, and they are soon going to have a meeting with these home buyers in order to decide the plan of action which the Ghaziabad IG is going to take against errant builders.
Moving on to Bengaluru now, days after Deputy Superintendent of Police M.K. Ganapathy committed suicide, trouble continues to mount for the state government. The late M.K. Ganapathy had named Bengaluru Minister K.J. George in his suicide note. Ganapathy's family has now accused the government of twisting their statements. This after the government hinted that it was indeed a personal issue between the Deputy SP and his wife that made him take the extreme step. His family has cried foul, saying that it was Minister K.J. George who pushed Ganapathy to death and claimed the government was trying to shield him.
At this point in time, it is not just the political bluffness, but also direct questions being asked to the government by the people themselves. This morning, the family members of M.K. Ganapathy have spoken out to the media and have spoken about how the first complaint, now let's remember, this particular complaint given out by Ganapathy's father is the defense that the government is taking. Today, the family has clarified that this so-called complaint given out by the father was not the complaint in the first place. It was only a statement. He was in a disturbed mindset when he was asked to sign on this piece of paper. Today, the family has insisted that the complaint that has been given out a day before yesterday by the wife and the son be considered. And in this complaint, they have reiterated that M.K. Ganapathy, the DYSP, was indeed being harassed. He was under immense pressure, yet he was being treated for, his mental state. But the contributors for that state are these three people.
You see, I am not ready to politicize this issue. That Siddaramaiah and Home Minister doing all this nonsense. People of Karnataka, crores of people are against this Siddaramaiah's action. Now I will demand only one demand. This should be referred to the CBI for the proper inquiry, and also we must take George resignation immediately. If not, we will continue our agitation inside the house, outside the house.
So do you think the police in the state is under immense pressure under this government?
101%, because not only me, even in Congress party and also outside the Congress party and also MPs and even High Command are not happy about this Siddaramaiah's attitude, and nowadays they are losing their base. So that's why I think you must accept that George resignation today only, then proper inquiry should be conducted, then this should be referred to the CBI.
Depression and psychological after effects are two different. Certification for a best officer and getting into depression are two different things. So psychological depression might happen because of side effects of some of his prescription or some domestic issues or work pressures or anything. So stress might happen in any field. So we really don't know. The investigations are going on. So let's see how it pans out for us. He's apparently in some video he's told certain things. The authenticity of all that has to be gauged now. So it's not that we cannot say this thing. Every work has its own stress levels, whether it is being a politician or whether it's being a policeman. So we just have to wait and see what the reports say.
Meanwhile, in Mumbai, the civic body BMC is investigating a building permission scam that could run into 50,000 crore rupee. Now, the civic body is investigating actions of 5 civic officials who had issued occupation certificates to developers despite projects violating the building code. Under the scanner are 65 buildings in Mumbai. My colleague Disha Shah gets us this exclusive.
5 civic officials and 65 buildings are under the scanner in the city of Mumbai. This one's the latest scam in the BMC, where irregularities have been identified in the building proposal department. In fact, BMC officials also tell Magic Bricks now that this scam is worth 50,000 crore rupees, where these 5 civic officials in the building proposal department had issued occupation certificates and given building approvals after 2010 to developers despite a violation of the building code. In fact, officials also tell Magic Bricks now that out of these 65 buildings, 40 buildings have been identified in the western suburbs of the Mumbai, which is between Bandra and Andheri, and remaining 25 buildings have been identified in the eastern suburbs, which is between Mulund and Kurla. All these 65 buildings consist of commercial as well as residential properties. In fact, BMC officials also tell Magic Bricks now that the BMC's probe team will take 2 months' time to study and to review the entire matter. They will study on 2 aspects. Number 1, whether the building is as per the approved plan, and number 2, whether the building has, whether the OC is granted, OC, which is also called as the occupation certificate, is granted as per the law. In fact, officials also tell Magic Bricks now that they have already started asking developers for their construction plans and have already started reviewing the process followed by the officials concerned while vetting the developers' files. In fact, officials also tell Magic Bricks now that after 2 months, if this scam turns out to be true, then a strict action will be taken not only against those 5 civic officials but also against the developers by filing an FIR against them. This is Disha Shah for Magic Bricks Now.
Also in the property news, New Gurgaon is set to get a big infrastructure boost. The Haryana Urban Development Authority, or HUDA, is looking to acquire around 300 acres of land to construct roads in this region. Deepa Rana gets us this report on the infrastructure boost coming the way of sectors 75 to 80.
Yes, New Gurgaon will soon see a major infrastructure revamp since Haryana Urban Development Authority is going to soon acquire at least 300 acres of land from 5 villages, including 102 acres from Narangpur village, 108 acres from Sikhopur village, 86 acres from Khidki Daula Kua, and also 4.86 acres from the Begumpur village. Now, these are the few areas which are very nearly, located very near to the Dwarka Expressway, and also they are going to connect the Dwarka along with the Delhi Airport, Sonipat and Manesar roads, and all of these roads are going to connect to the Delhi-Jaipur Expressway. So major infrastructure is going to come up in New Gurgaon, which is going to add value to the real estate sector in the New Gurgaon areas. Also, just to give you a little background, lot of residential and commercial projects are being currently built in the New Gurgaon area, and also these roads are going to connect to the Cyber Hub and DLF Cyber City, which are the major IT hubs in the New Gurgaon and Gurgaon areas, and also these projects are going to add to the value of the New Gurgaon.
One officer, one road, that's the mantra Pune's civic body has come up with to promise its citizens good roads. Ruchi Deshpande, who tracks Pune for us, joins us with more details. Ruchi, tell us, what are you picking up at the moment? Give us some details of the scheme.
Well, if you are a resident of Pune's Pet area, which is also the central area of the city, there might be some good news in store for you, as the Pune Municipal Corporation has come out with a novel way of keeping the roads in that area clean and in a better condition. What the PMC essentially has done is they will go ahead and they will appoint one officer or one officer for one road, and to begin with they have started off of this pilot project with Bajirao Road, which happens to be one of Pune's busiest streets, also falls in the old Peth area and has a lot of shops. So the deal now is that there will be one person by the Pune Municipal Corporation who will be responsible. The citizens of that road can go with their complaints to this one officer, who will in turn report these complaints to the ward officer of that area, and they will work in collaboration with the health department, with other departments, to ensure that your problem in that area or that road is taken care of. The idea behind doing this is to ensure that there is that one point person that the citizens of that road can go to in case they have any complaints, and the roads are kept clean as well. To begin with, when we spoke to the ward officer of the Kasba Peth area in Pune, he exclusively told Magic Bricks now that they have targeted 32 streets and 6 main roads to sort of clean them up in the area of Pune. They will look after problems like setting up toilets to repair damaged streets and to regulate the traffic in that area. In fact, we spoke to some of the residents and shopkeepers in the Bajirao Road area of Pune, and this is what they had to say about the scheme. Listen in.
जो किसी को भी वार्ड अधिकारी बनाया है, ये सारी बातें कागजों पे नहीं रहने चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे रोड के लिए बहुत बड़ा दुर्घटना होगा। हमारा रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट बड़ा से बड़ा चाहे जितना बड़ा हो जाए, अगर उस पे गड्ढे रहेंगे तो उससे दुर्घटना और बढ़ेंगी।
If this is only about the decision, then I would say Pune needs such initiatives. But the timing is perfectly miscalculated one. They should have implemented this before the commencement of monsoons. Roads in Pune are in a drastic condition since years, and potholes nowadays seem to be multiplying day by day. I don't think this will work in a positive way.
पुणे का रास्ते का जो प्रॉब्लम रहता है वो हमेशा रहता है, और आजकल के रास्ते इतने खराब है कि जगह जगह गड्ढे बन गए हैं, और समझ में नहीं आता है पुणे के रास्ते में गड्ढा है या गड्ढे में रास्ता है। बरसात अभी शुरू हुई है, और वो पहले बरसात के पहले 3 महीने 4 महीने वो डिसीजन लेना जरूरी था, मगर वो लेट हो चुका है। और अभी वो जो लेट हुआ है वो उसको अगर सही तरीके से अमल किया जाए तो बहुत अच्छा सा डिसीजन हो सकता है अपने पुणे के लोगों के लिए।
Shifting focus to Mumbai now, hawkers in Mumbai's Gandhi market have been at the receiving end of BMC action over the last couple of days. Mumbai's civic body has been on a demolition drive in Mumbai's F North ward, clearing pavements of hawkers and vendors. While hawkers claim that this is to make way for a parking lot, the BMC claims that the pavement contains water pipelines and hence structures cannot be built on it. The BMC is quoting a High Court order to justify this action as well. BMC also alleges that this decision was taken post receiving several complaints against hawkers. Street vendors in the area, however, have a different story to tell. They allege that this pavement was reserved for hawkers and that BMC refused to provide them with licenses. Magic Bricks now caught up with a couple of street vendors. Listen in.
इसके अंदर पाइपलाइन है, मैं अभी भी आपको बता रहा हूँ, मगर इसको वार्ड ऑफिसर 2004 में जब अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी प्रधानमंत्री थे, यहाँ लागू हो गया था कि जहाँ फेरी का धंधा मौलिक अधिकार कर रहे हैं, उन गरीब को कहीं से पूरा हिंदुस्तान में हटाया न जाए, उनको लाइसेंस बाकायदे दिया जाए। हमने यहाँ लाइसेंस का फार्म भी भरा, 100 रुपया लाइसेंस नहीं मिला। लाइसेंस का फार्म हम लोग से भरा करके फोटो लगा करके और उसको उठा के सब बारदान में बीएमसी वाले ने फेंक दिया।
एक्चुअली ये जो रोड है इसके नीचे पाइपलाइन है और इसकी काफ़ी दूर तक है पाइपलाइन। सिर्फ एक्चुअली किसी एक इंसान के पीछे इतना पूरा मार्केट का आप तो देख रहे हो नज़ारा कैसा है, देख रहे हो इस समय काफ़ी नुकसान हुआ गरीबों का। प्लस आजू बाजू में पार्किंग है, अब आगे साइड भी पार्किंग है, पर इसको यहाँ पे इसको घोषित किया गया, फ्री वाले छोटे घोषित किया गया है। वो हिसाब से देखा तो ये अच्छे दिन है। क्या मेरी सरकार से ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि क्या ये अच्छे दिन है। यहाँ पे काफ़ी लोग गरीब लोग हैं जो दिन में 300 से 200 रुपये 250 रुपये अपने घर के कमाते हैं। अब उनके बारे में सोचिए, जो उनके घर के मेंबर है वो कैसे रहेंगे, क्या खाएंगे, क्या पिएंगे, क्या अपने बच्चे को पढ़ा पाएंगे।
मैं यहाँ 30 साल से हूँ, यहाँ धंधा कर रहा हूँ। यहाँ पाइपलाइन है, मैं जानता हूँ पाइपलाइन है, मगर यहाँ पर पाइपलाइन के ऊपर कंस्ट्रक्शन तो कर नहीं रहे हैं, खाली 10-20 किलो माल रख रहे हैं। अभी हम ये पूछ रहे हैं कि सरकार को हम ये बताना चाहते हैं कि हम लोग मेहनत करके अपनी रोजी रोटी कमा रहे हैं और अपने बाल बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं। यहाँ की सरकार ये भी बोलती है कि आप अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाइए। अगर हमारी रोजी रोटी छीन लेगी सरकार तो हम अपने बच्चों को कहाँ से खिलाएंगे और कहाँ से पढ़ाएंगे।
अभी तक बीएमसी हमको कुछ बोला नहीं है कि तुमको कहाँ बैठा के दिया जाएगा। बेफालतू का, बे नोटिस का, कुछ बोले बिन बोले तोड़ दिया। खाली आके यही एक ही जवाब मिला था कि एक के वजह से तुम्हारा सबका नुकसान है। अगर वो
एक दिन पहले ही बोला होता है कि तुम खाली करके दे दो, तो हम खाली कर दिए होते। तुमको जो करना होता करते आके अपना। तो बिन बोलेगा तो हर एक दुकान वाले का 10-12 हज़ार, 15 हज़ार, 20 हज़ार के अंदर से नुकसान है सबका।
नुकसान का भी टोटल मिला के पूरा माल जो है यहाँ का 1.5 लाख के लगभग गया है। और बीएमसी ले जाने के बाद हम लोग को बोली है कि आप वार्ड में आइए, मैं आप गोडाउन में आइए, आपका माल मैं छोड़ दूंगा विदाउट पैसे के। यहाँ से गाड़ी वहाँ जाने के बाद गोडाउन में ना फेंकते हुए मालूम नहीं कहाँ ले गए, दरिया में माल डाल दिए, कहाँ डाल दिए, वो अभी हम लोग को सोचना कुछ मिला नहीं।
Moving on to the landmark verdict by the National Green Tribunal, which imposed a new buffer zone of 75 meters of any lakes for all future constructions in Bengaluru, while the Supreme Court in the latest hearing has stayed the payment of 117 crore rupee for Mantri Tech Zone Private Limited and 13.5 crore rupee for Co-Mind Software Services Private Limited. The Supreme Court, we hear from sources close to the matter, has refused to interfere with the NGT order. The Supreme Court had earlier dismissed the petition filed by builder body CREDAI as well. Sources now tell us that affected builders and landowners are now filing separate writ petitions in the High Court of Karnataka. The case, we hear, has now been adjourned for the next 8 weeks. However, the NGT order will be operational till then. Moving on to interiors, just like the interiors of our homes reflect our personality, the interiors of our offices or studios can also reflect the aims, ambitions and qualities of the respective company. Now, if you've been wanting to personalize your office with some designs, facades and functionality, then here's a slice from the Interior Show to help you out.
We did not want to expose ourselves entirely because it is a huge facade. So if it was all glass, that would be like a lot of, inside out happening. Yeah. And we also had to create a screen where, we didn't feel like we are caged inside. So obviously, the whole idea of, creating a pattern which sort of, creates moments and moods, based on light, based on reflection, based on refraction, or whatever it is, it sort of just creates a sort of drama within the space. So we never really, feel bored of this screen.
The facade has 3 openings within it. There's a perforation, which is a complete see-through. Then there is a hinged perforation, where the opening is hinged. And then there's one which is pivoted, so it's pivoted from the center. So they sort of create these interesting dramatic patterns within the space. So as you walk in, the next layer that you see is the library, because you experience the double height and you look up, you see the library unit, which is also the railing for the upstairs space. But we wanted it to look visually light. That's when we thought that it would be nice to sort of reflect those openings within the library space as well. And to sort of be playful as well and not a blocked sort of unit.
It's actually quite interesting because no one could have thought of grills having a magical effect that you have created in this space.
As a practice, we are very clear that whenever we use a material, we want to use a material in its true form and sort of not, cover it with something else. So that's it.
With that, we've completely run out of time here on the Property News on Magic Bricks Now. Thank you for watching.
Magic Bricks Now is available online. Stay updated with the latest and exclusive property news and analysis. Watch views and concerns of top real estate players. Get live streaming of your favorite shows. Send in your queries. Connect to us by sending your feedback all on the go. Only at mbnow.in.
You can watch live TV on our website mbnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magic Bricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.